Strangely, I don't think the committee had our phone numbers, so we got a random call through my wife's laptop on some kind of Teams page, and I think she was sort of ignoring it because she was working, and then eventually about the third or fourth call, she decided to answer it, and then it was a call from Sweden saying, can we get a hold of me? It was totally surreal, actually, to be honest. It's unbelievable. It's incredible, and to be honest with you, my mind went totally blank because it was just hard to overwhelming. Yeah, AlphaFold is a solution to kind of 50-year grand challenge in biology. So, that it's really important to understand how proteins work because everything in the body depends on proteins. And a lot of that depends on the 3D structure they take. They fold up into 3D structures in the body. And AlphaFold is a way to predict those 3D structures from the amino acid sequence, just basically from the genetic sequence for that protein. So once you have that, what it's already enabled is lots of fundamental researchers, actually more than 2 million researchers around the world have used our predictions and our AlphaFold itself in their own work to understand fundamental biology and disease and structures in the body. And I think what we're going to see in the next few years, hopefully, is people using these structures and predictions to do things like develop new drugs and eventually cure diseases. And I've worked my whole life on AI, and I'm super passionate about science, and the whole reason I built AI systems was I thought ultimately they could be this amazing tool to accelerate scientific discovery and medical discovery. So of course I'm incredibly optimistic about the amazing things it's going to do for us as a society. Cure diseases, maybe help with climate, find new energy sources. It's a very general purpose system. So it's very exciting, the potential for it and the opportunities. But at the same time, because it's a general purpose system, we have to worry about the risk too. For example, bad actors using it, repurposing the same systems for harmful ends. So I think we just need to be I call it cautiously optimistic about what we're doing, being bold with applying it to the good use cases, but also try to mitigate wherever we can the risks and understand those risks as well as we can. Actually using the scientific method and being really rigorous to try and have as much foresight as possible before putting these technologies out into the world. Building things like really robust tests and evaluations and benchmarks, testing them before you deploy them, so that trying to understand the limits of what the capabilities are, and then eventually also building better analysis tools so that we can really sort of delve into the details of the systems and understand how they're operating and make sure they stay controllable and stay on track doing what we want them to do. As you can see, this is a kind of new tool. It's a bit like statistics or something like that. It's a kind of underlying tool that one can use in the right circumstances to help the experimental work or make it more efficient. And of course, the human scientist still needs to come up with the question and the hypothesis and the conjecture. The machines can't do that. They just process data. Oh, gaming's been a huge part of my life from the very beginning. So I started off playing chess and captaining the various England junior chess teams, and that's actually what got me into AI, because I started thinking about thinking because I was trying to improve my own chess playing skills. And when you do that, you start trying to deconstruct what it is your brain's doing. And also I used early chess computers, and I was fascinated by how someone had programmed them to play chess. It was kind of amazing to me that this lump of plastic could actually play chess against you. And so that's what got me hooked very early on as a kid. And then it sort of, maybe I read too much science fiction, and it sort of came obvious to me quite early on that this would be the most, if it could be done, it would be one of the most transformative technologies ever because of what you could apply it to. I think anything in the right amount, like in moderation, can be extremely good. I would just encourage parents to encourage their kids to find their true passion and then really go deep with it. And it isn't just about playing games. I used to make games and program games. So I think that's the important distinction, is to not just be playing them, but also try to create them. And then I think actually that's as good an introduction to technology and computers and engineering as anything.